name's Daniel, and I'm an addict, and I'm guessing, I guess what I hope that this video will, express to people is that, addiction can happen to anyone. I don't think it's, I don't think it's limited to your age, your race, your income, your sexual identity, your religion, or anything like that. At first I thought that that's what it, was about, but I've come to realize, like, through experience, and I lived it, that it could happen to anyone. I grew up down here in South Florida, in Pembroke Pines. I came from a really, a really good family. 2 parents, a sister. No abuse. Upper class. I always had food on the table. I've always had clothes on my back. Whatever I wanted. Within reason. I got pretty much. I wasn't abused. I wasn't, attacked. I wasn't, I didn't have a lot of the struggles that I've noticed, like a lot of other people, who fall into addiction have. So it was kind of, confusing to me, like, in that way, because I always had, like, this stereotype or, like, this stigma of, like, what addiction is, and, like, I couldn't have been, like, more wrong, like, for me, like, I strongly believe, like, it could happen to anyone. I went from being a great student in high school, top of my class, to failing out of college, to having serious bouts of depression. I started using, oxycodone. Opiates was, my big one, but, like, literally whatever people, gave to me, I never said no. I've done Xanax, I've done a lot of hallucinogens. I also, like doing those. But the main one that, like, I felt connected to, and the main one that I was, dependent on was, the weed first off, and then, like, the oxycodone, like the painkiller opiates. While I was using, I tried to kill myself, like 3 serious, like, suicide attempts. I didn't think that there was, like, a way out. I didn't see a way out. I didn't want a way out. Even though this was causing me, like, so much, like, pain and so much, like, misery, like, I still, like, felt, like, in my heart, that it was, the right thing. Like, I would rather, like, die high than, like, live clean, which was kind of my perspective. Which, it sounds pretty twisted now, but, like, when I was, like, in it, that was my mentality, that was my mentality. I was taken to a psychiatric detox because I was dual diagnosed. I had depression, social anxiety, and, and drug addiction, and I didn't want help for myself, so I had to get help, forced onto me. The thing that I'm, like, really grateful for, Destination Hope gave my brain a chance to dry out, like, I was, like, in so many chemicals, and I was, I was in so much, like, diluted, like, thoughts and, like, perspectives, as a result of my drug use. I didn't even realize it, but just, like, time, like, to detox, to let my brain clear out a little bit, to let the fog lift, like, that was, like, the first, like, major thing. I kind of got to, like, like, the exact, natures and the exact reasons, like, behind, like, using, and, it helped me, like, sort a lot of things out. It helped me, get myself back on track, and, like, realize that, like, what I was doing was, like, not beneficial. But not only that, like, more importantly, that there is another way to live, that there is, like, that I can do it. My clean date is October 31st, Halloween of 2011. And, so it's, like, 2 years and 4 months now. And, and I haven't used, which is, like, a miracle.